One of the major failings I've noticed with the Democrats is how utterly weak and pathetic they are on every fucking issue. There have been two assassinations recently of Democratic politicians, and I haven't heard anything about it from Democrats. Nothing. I've hardly heard anything about it from the news. And why is that? Because they're running cover for conservatives. Now, you might ask, why would anyone do that? Isn't the news media liberal? I'll point out, liberals are capitalists, and anything that goes against capital is something they don't want to do. So, when all of your big donors and everybody who actually does stuff is telling you not to worry about this, not to report on this, when the Republicans, the conservatives, are the ones in power, you don't report on certain things because, well, I mean, what's the point? You could lose your funding, etc., etc. It's all about being subservient to capital, especially for major news outlets. They aren't here to report the truth. They're a business. What do you think businesses are made to do? They're made to make money. So they can be told, yeah, don't bother printing this. Especially, groups like the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos. They get to put their finger on the scale and go, yeah, we're not doing that, we're not printing this, etc., etc. So, don't trust mainstream media. You only want to trust places that don't really make any money doing their jobs. Places like Jacobin, Mother Jones. Those are decent sources. I don't really trust The Atlantic. I don't really trust New York Times. I don't really trust CNN or MSNBC or any of those places. You can get some information from them, but for the most part, they're narrativized to spin things to where people are supporting more neoliberal, capitalist, or conservative ideology, which are trash. They're why we're in the situations we're in now. So, think a little bit more deeply about these kinds of things. Okay? Dems need to be more aggressive on defending themselves or calling out the horrendous violence that the right puts forth. Additionally, retaliate. Retaliate hard. Make them afraid.